Hey folks, welcome back to the show. We thought tonight that we're gonna talk about some cool. Okay, just started, man. Can we redo it?
Just keep going. Just cut it.
Fuck. Hey, welcome back to the my hair. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome back to the show. Today we are gonna talk about some cool spiritual stuff. That was the idea for tonight's show, or for tonight's discussion, whatever you want to call it. Tony, why don't you start with some Taoist magic?
Okay. I'll start with the more superstition and Feng Shui stuff. Well, basically just how you arrange certain furnitures and where to place different ornaments to boost the chi of the building or the house that you live in, and to make sure that you don't attract bad luck or ghosts or beings of the lower vibration. Let's start with the bedroom. So when you go to bed, the way you place your shoes or slippers by your bed, you can't have it pointing towards the bed for whatever reason. I think it somehow invites the ghost from for putting them on or something and getting into your bed. It doesn't really make sense, but that's one of them. Also, when you sleep, your feet are not supposed to point towards the door in the bedroom, because that's how dead people lie in these rooms where corpses sort of hang out in hospitals. You know that they have this specific room where they put
the morgue.
The morgue, the dead bodies in, and most of them, the feet are pointing towards the door, and with the little tag on the toe.
Toe tag, yeah,
Yeah,
because
so
it's more convenient to move it out, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh man, that's pretty scary stuff.
And then another one is the headboard of your bed is supposed to be right against the wall. It can't be a window, and it also can't be the door where on the opposite side is the washroom or bathroom. It has to be just solid wall, and on the other side has to be like another room, and that's it.
Well, my situation is where, like, my headboard is against the wall, but my feet are facing the entrance of the closet that we don't use.
The closet is fine. It's only about the door where you enter the room from. So as long as your feet are not pointing like towards the door that you come in from,
horizontal.
yeah, then you're good.
Excellent. And if it's otherwise, like if your feet are pointing at the door, then it invites ghosts to carry you out of your room.
It's basically saying you're already dead, because dead bodies in the morgue have their feet pointing towards the door.
Shit. Dead man walking. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want the belief is behind. If there's a wall behind you, like against the headboard, then you will have like a strong foundation, like a support figure. So you're better off in life. You have more chances of attracting
Like fortune,
stability. Yeah, stability and prosperity from that. Like you have backup. Like basically, literally, you have backup in life in terms of people or resources.
Well, it's a metaphor.
Yeah. And then when it comes to nightstand, it's ideal you have 2 nightstands, right, on each side. So they also act as like sort of these protectors on your vibe or your field.
What if you have a table next to your bed?
It's better than nothing, but it's like uneven. Like you only have it on one side.
On the other side, it's a wall, and then higher up are the windows. But they're next to me. I'm not facing the windows, but they're like, I'm horizontal to the windows, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the window on the side thing, ideally you don't have that situation. But since it's so high up,
You've seen my room. You've been there.
Yeah, because honestly, the windows on your right side are pretty high up, so it's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
You still have a wall.
I have a wall and a view.
Yeah, on your side.
And curtains, might I add. So I think I'm covered in the Taoist way. What's your room like?
I have... Oh, dude, before, when I fixed everything, it was so bad. Because in my apartment, there are windows everywhere. Like, the doors of the closets are just mirrors.
Wow.
And then when you walk through the main hallway, just, again, mirrors. You walk into the living room, the entire wall is just mirrors. From ceiling to floor. It's, like, built into the wall. The whole stretch of the wall.
Why is it like that?
I don't know who designed that place, but it's like against so many rules of like just basic feng shui. Even in the master bedroom, there's just right on the other side, like where the toes are pointing, is just, again, a wall of mirrors, which is horrible. You're not supposed to have mirrors pointing towards you when you sleep.
And why is that?
It basically it fractures your field, and then the other reason is you don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and then be scared by your reflection, because that also affects your mental energy and just the stability of your field again. So it leaks a lot of your energy, like, over time in the long run. And it will indirectly affect the relationship if there's a couple sleeping in that room. And if it's just one person, it can affect your health.
Like your physical health?
Mostly mental. Because you keep scaring yourself every night when you wake up and the first thing you see is your own reflection. And it's... You may think, oh, it's just your own reflection, it's fine, but you're in the dark. Like, the face is kind of like disfigured. You can't really make out.
It's blurry, right?
Yeah, it's blurry, exactly. So the mind can like make up different images. That's what end up scaring you. Also, in like a different tradition, mirrors are where the bad, things, hide in.
That's the shadow realm, eh?
Yeah.
So you're literally facing a portal into the shadow realm.
I've been to
as you sleep.
Yeah, I've been to a friend's place, and one of her washroom is literally all 6 sides just mirrors. It's crazy because when you look into each side, you see like infinite duplicates.
That's got it. Probably some Taoist has an explanation for that, or why that's. It's sort of unnatural, right?
Yeah, it is. It is very. It's like a portal for so many beings from many dimensions, and it can just travel in between. It's like a mess. It's chaotic. Because when you have 2 mirrors facing each other, you see so many reflections, and you create this illusion of so many duplicates of the same thing that it almost feels like there's like the multi-dimensional, like the multiverse kind of thing.
What if that's the key?
It looks cool. It actually looks very cool. Because it looks like you're in between this, and you're in this portal where you can access many dimensions because you see so many reflections of the same thing.
It's cool, but it's also scary.
Oh, it is scary.
Because what if we're just in one little reflection of the mirror, and then there's, you look sideways, and there's just another and another and another, and the mirrors are kind of breaking that illusion for us and showing us what reality really is.
Are you the main thing, or are you just a reflection?
Well, what if there's no main thing? It's all just reflections.
Yeah, it's all just reflection. All just projection of the mind.
An echo without a cause. That's pretty scary.
Well, another weird tradition or superstition we have is more around when we eat. Like when we eat, you're not supposed to stick a pair of chopsticks into a bowl of rice, so it's like standing upright. Because that looks like when we would put incense, we would offer incense to like dead loved ones. Again, you're letting, if you shove a pair of chopsticks into a bowl of rice and have it standing upright, it's like you're offering that bowl of rice to dead people or ghosts around you.
Can you do that?
You can, but then you're not supposed to eat it then.
Oh, because it's for the dead.
Yeah, because it's for the dead people.
And does the rice disappear after you leave it for a while, or
if you eat it, it's supposed to be just bad luck, because you're eating the leftovers of.
You're disrespecting the dead. That's their rice now.
Yeah, it's their rice. You're fighting them, or you're trying to fight over the food.
You can't fight the dead. You can only appease them, because how are you gonna hurt a dead person? They're already dead.
By disrespecting them. By shoving a pair of chopsticks into a bowl of rice and then eating it anyways.
You're upsetting them, but you're not hurting them, not physically.
Yeah, you're hurting their feelings.
Yeah,
that's how you get them. You hurt their feelings.
Dude, if you fuck with the dead, then they'll make your life hell, and you'll wish you were dead. I feel like that's an idea in that philosophy, right? Like, don't disrespect the dead, kind of thing.
Yeah. Even if you believe that they don't exist, or ghosts are not real, you don't believe in God or whatever.
Like the most hardcore atheist, right?
Yeah. Like for us, like the Chinese people, we still respect it. Either way, even if you don't believe it exists, you still show like a respect, and like in a fearful way, kind of like a mix. It's better to avoid than to like.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, that.
Like, when it comes to the dead, it's usually, you hear stories about the dead. It's never something like, oh, this ghost saved my life, or this ghost blessed me with good fortune. It's usually ghosts coming out for vengeance, or
there are good ghosts too, because ghosts are just dead people. But usually the bad ones, it's like the news, like the negative stuff always gets the most attention. But there are good ghosts too. Some of them just may have like unfinished business and want your help. Like they want you to delete their browsing history, that kind of thing.
Why? When you become a ghost, are you gonna ask me to do
No,
that?
I always make sure I clean it up. After every round.
Hey man, you got a Kleenex for the physical residue, and a private mode for the virtual traces, so you're good to go.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
Smart. Yeah. We should call this podcast the Professional Masturbators.
Instead of Ghostbusters, it's Nutbusters.
Nutbusters.
What are some superstitions from your side?
In the Russian culture, if you whistle, apparently you lose money or something. I mean, I still like to whistle, but I don't want to do it too much.
Yeah, don't do it too much.
Also, if you're walking and something's in between you and you walk, like if it's two people walking and they walk around a lamppost or something and it's in between you, then once you come together again, you have to say hello to each other, which is kind of a weird one.
Like it doesn't matter what the relationship is, like as long as there's two people.
Yeah, because otherwise the relationship will get bad, apparently.
Oh, because you were split physically by something.
Exactly. not sure. I don't know much about the Russian culture or the spiritual beliefs that we have. Doesn't really come up. My parents are more agnostic. Like, they believe in a higher power, but they don't quite know what it is. They can't quite put a finger on it. So agnostic / more spiritual, I guess. But I got baptized anyway.
Like the Orthodox?
Yeah, you know, they put you in the thing of water and then they give you a cross and then Bob's your uncle or something.
The Orthodox is cool. It's super cool.
What, you want to get baptized?
No, I mean, I've seen their, I guess, the uniforms and all the symbols.
It's a lot of symbolism in religion.
It's like the Mortal Kombat of Christianity.
What? What is, like, the baptism is Mortal Kombat?
No, the Orthodox side of these things.
Orthodox is like Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, it's super cool.
Okay, what do they do?
It's not what they do, it's just the aesthetic.
Oh, the aesthetic of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Are there any other ones that you're aware of? In Taoism?
No, superstition. Back to eating again. When we would eat like a whole fish, once we finish the meat on one side, we're not supposed to flip it. Flip the fish to get to the other side, which is completely insane because how else are you gonna get to the other side?
You just hang it on a string, and then you eat it from a
Yeah,
string.
just let it spin.
Yeah.
Hang on a string, let it spin.
I'm not flipping it, it's just coming around.
Yeah, again, it's bad luck if you flip it. It's like flipping a boat, and so the boat capsizes. That's the whole, like, come on now. Like, it's all made up.
Just imagine if that's how the Titanic sucks. Someone had fish for dinner.
Someone
flipped it. We're hitting an iceberg.
Someone flipped the fillet.
Yeah, someone just flipped a fish and then. That's a wrap, homie. That's fucking thousands of people frozen to death because some jackass decided he wanted to eat the other side of his fish.
Well, superstition is just collective beliefs in something really weird.
Well, it's also just metaphors that people derive meaning from because that's the way we are as creatures. We need to derive meaning from something, but I'm not going to say that all superstition is bullshit because that would be highly naive to say that. I'm also not going to say that all of them are 100% true because that's also super naive, but you know, just stay on the safe side. You know, try not to do any of these things, especially at 3 a.m.
Another one is opening an umbrella indoors.
What?
I don't know how.
Who does that?
Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing or the explanation behind that. But in Thailand, at least, if you open an umbrella indoors, you're more likely to see a ghost. Dead people.
What does that have to do with dead people?
I have no idea. But there's a movie made in weirdly China, or was it Hong Kong, about a book that a group of teenagers used to try to see ghosts on purpose. And in the book it tells you 10 ways to do it.
Mm-hmm. And
one of the ways is to open an umbrella indoors. But the person who did it was an accident. The umbrella just opened on its own, like inside a bus or something.
Oh.
That technically counts as indoors. And that triggered this whole thing where it was like there was also basketball rolling around on the floor in the bus. And then after I think the umbrella opened, the basketball turned into a human head and bit the person's leg.
What the fuck?
Again, it was just a movie. I don't know if that's an actual thing.
I doubt it, man. But But who knows? Maybe we'll find out someday.
I don't remember the other 9 methods. Well, one of them is bending down and trying to look between your legs.
Isn't that what fat guys do to see their penis? Like they kind of...
Well, if they can't even get down that much.
Like, you know, the 400, 500 pound dudes?
No, I don't even think they can even get through. I think all that fat would be stopping them from even getting that angle. You can't even breathe. Like with that much fat.
Oh my god, man.
They'd be like out of breath just trying to tie their shoes.
So if you're trying to look for your nuts in the shower, then you summon a ghost?
Oh, in the movie, when the person did it, it was to verify if the person behind them was a person or it was a ghost. Actually, no, in the scene, there was a ball. There was a ball just bouncing in the hallway in their apartment building. It was like bouncing on its own. And the guy thought it was weird, so bent down and saw that there was a little kid actually bouncing the ball. But obviously the kid is a ghost.
So he's sawing between his legs.
Yeah.
Maybe his legs were the walls of a portal into the afterlife.
I guess that's how it works. The upside down kind of thing.
Can you see through someone else's legs and then it's like a spirit realm or something? How would that even work?
I'm sure you'll see another world in between someone's legs.
Hey, God willing. Yeah. Tell you what, man, just, you know, when I get done with these courses, Tinder's coming back on, man. Anyway, hopefully we'll see some new worlds, you know, like Star Trek. Was it to boldly go where no one has gone before? You can do that with women in terms of their virginity, you know? Explore new places. Okay, we might have to edit that out. That might be a little much. Oh, shit. So, are there any other superstitions?
I think we'll just move to sort of magic or black magic practices in Asia.
Okay.
Start in Thailand. Thailand's famous. They have so many different methods to achieve different goals. There's a thing where you can raise ghost babies. Like the souls of dead. Actually, they're the souls of aborted babies. Which makes it a lot more interesting. Because those ones carry like this rage and grief. Because they weren't born properly.
Well, they weren't born at all.
Yeah, they weren't born at all. They were killed, and they actually, a lot of them wanted to live, but they couldn't. So they hold that grudge, and that grudge, that energy, can be used to do shit, like to curse people or make people sick. Yeah, they can harness that, and you can raise the soul of this baby that was never born, that was holding a lot of grudge. You can feed it with your own blood, like every day, like a few drops per day, not going crazy here. And you can tell this spirit to either help you make money or either help you to, you know, make the girl, like the crush, fall in love with you, or you can make somebody get sick and die.
Can you ask the baby for a Lamborghini?
Yeah. If you feed the baby for long enough, and you have to keep doing it every day. If you miss a day, oh, dude, it's really bad. Like, it can go both ways.
Oh,
like, it will come back and like hurt you instead.
Shit.
That's just one method. Most people, like the good ones, they would like bring these souls. Though the souls are contained in like the urn with their ashes, right? Or like a figurine of like a baby. Sometimes they put the ashes in there. Like if you want the soul to rest properly, you would just bring it to a Buddhist temple and let the monks deal with it. And the monks actually turn those spirits with grudges into good ones, so you can still raise the good ones instead of the evil ones.
What happens? How do they make them good?
Just through a lot of chanting and different like rituals, very Buddhist stuff, to like ease the soul and make them forgive and let go of the grudges, and eventually they become peaceful. And then they can still be raised. You can still buy it, bring it home, and then raise it, and tell them to do, I guess, better stuff for you.
Tell them or ask them.
I guess you're more ask them.
If you tell a baby, here, I want this, get it done by 9, I think it might be, might not want to help you.
Yeah.
Has to be more invitational. It's just weird that these babies can't even understand our language, because when a baby's born, it can't understand anything. But I guess then it learns over time, and you're kind of saying that we're doing the same thing here, except they're ghosts.
Yeah. You are raising it. I guess you have to teach them.
So does it grow into an adult, or it stays as a baby forever?
I think it stays, because when they die, they're stuck in that. But then how would they learn? I don't really know how that
wild,
exactly
man.
works.
Ghost babies.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, magic is all about just energy, and what kind of energy that you harness and use it towards a goal. It can be from evil stuff like a dead baby holding a grudge, or even there's another practice where you take a corpse and then you literally put it on a spit on top of an open fire, and then you cook it. It is really fucked up. You cook it until it starts to excrete this oil, and then you collect that oil in a little vial, and that is supposed to have like insane magical powers.
That's alchemy.
And if you want it even more potent, it would be a corpse of a mother with the baby still inside her.
Oh boy.
So the woman died with the baby inside her. So that's a lot of like grudge, a lot of dark energy. And if you put it on top of an open fire, you concentrate that shit. Wait till the oil starts to drip into the vial. So that would be the most potent form of that practice. And then you use that oil to do shit, do rituals and magic.
Do you know of any specific rituals?
I don't know. They're very secretive with that stuff. It's also really bad because a lot of times it can sort of backfire. I don't know how it exactly works, but a lot of times these evil priests or shamans, they try to use black magic, and then when it backfires, they're the ones who get sick, and end up dying too.
That sounds pretty evil. Roasting corpses to extract some fluid from them in order to do magic.
Yep. Another way, it's like a poison at that point. And another one, it's not really Thai. I don't know where the origin of it is that you would put different species of poisonous insects and animals. Like you would put a poisonous toad, a snake, a scorpion, a spider, and a centipede inside a jar or a box. Let them fight each other and eat each other until the very last insect or animal, the last one standing, you Yeah, wait till that happens, and then you would extract the poison from the winner of the battle between the insects and the animals. So you would take these poison of the last one standing and use that as the energy or poison. You put that in someone's food to make them sick, or you use that to curse somebody. Oh yeah, that's really fucked.
I don't know what to say to that. It sounds like some Mortal Kombat shit. I guess the idea is that you're using the poison from the victorious animal. Which
Yes,
is
so it's
supposed
the
to be
most
more
potent
lethal.
and stronger and more lethal.
And you use that for alchemy type shit?
You can literally just use the poison from that last animal, because that'll be the most potent. Because the last animal also would have eaten all the parts of the elder animals to get some of their poison into their body.
Is this more based on science or more spirituality?
No, this is more all weird spiritual metaphysics stuff.
Right. And then what do you use that, like the human oil type of thing? Same.
Yeah, similar uses.
Okay. Wow.
Or you would just release the animal into someone's household, and that would also fuck them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that thing where I heard this somewhere, where you can feed dead bodies to pigs, and then the pigs will have a craving for human flesh, which is really weird. And then if you let them into, I'd imagine, if you let an animal like that into someone's house, then they'd be fucked too. It'd be a bit easier to notice than like a little scorpion crawling around.
And what if you cooked that animal and fed it to the people?
What the
cannibal pig? Yeah, the cannibalistic pig. The pig who ate so many dead bodies. You cook that up and serve to the family that you want to curse.
I don't know. I think you're coming up with your own Buddhist alchemy here.
That's not really Buddhist. That's just evil black magic.
I don't know, man.
It's just concentration
it's
of really
special.
Yeah, just concentration of like really bad energy. You're trying to like concentrate it more and more and more, so that the energy becomes more and more powerful and concentrated to have better chances of fucking people up. Or you can harness good energy and try to concentrate it, titrate it, all that stuff.
So like you cook a pig that doesn't eat people? How would you concentrate good energy?
I wouldn't even think you have to use an animal. I think you would probably have to deal with plants more.
All plants are more good?
Yeah. The less dead souls, the better. But again, back to what I was saying, there are good ghosts and there are bad ghosts. So you can. It's all about the intention, I guess, behind what you're trying to achieve.
Intentions matter the most.
Yeah.
What is the most effective ritual, either good or bad, that you can think of?
That I've tried. There's the ones I can think of. A lot of them promise like amazing results, but the ones that I've actually tried and have kind of worked.
Shit, really?
Yeah, is I combined sigil magic with sort of dream incubation with affirmation. So sigil magic, you just design whatever symbol that you can come up with and put it draw it on a piece of paper, and on the back of it you write the affirmation. Like say you want like a lot of money, like you just write down I am wealth or something like that.
It's a great thing to put on a shirt.
Yeah, so you would look at the sigil. Yeah, you can chant that mantra that you come up with. I am wealthy, like 100 times or whatever, trying to concentrate.
Wealth.
You're trying to inject that energy into the
Okay.
piece of paper where the drawing was, your sigil. Because the sigil is communicating with your subconscious mind. The words that you wrote down is communicating with your just conscious mind.
So it's just in your head.
Yeah, it's just in your head. More left brain. And then the drawing hits the right brain. So with the two, it connects the two hemispheres of your brain to better radiate, or it's like giving a signal to the universe.
The spiritual world.
Yeah, the spiritual world.
It'll attract a ghost that'll try and get you some wealth or something.
Whatever. It may come from anything. More from just in general, like universe in general.
I am love, I am love, I am love, I am love.
Okay.
Okay.
After that, you can do an extra step, which will sound very weird. Is some people, they either have sex while like staring into the sigil, or they just masturbate while staring at the sigil.
Do they finish on it?
You don't finish on it. That would be so weird. That would be extra weird.
I don't know. It's like what we're talking about isn't weird at all. Imagine that. I am wealth.
And then you
Like,
and then you
know?
bust on the sigil. No.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't.
Dude, we were talking about oils earlier, right?
Yeah.
What about jizz? Does that have any alchemical value?
Well, that is literally, in Taoist, that is the jinn, the essence of being.
That's
the
gotta
beginning
have
of
some value.
life.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, you could try it. I mean, go ahead. Do your own research and do your own experiments with these practices.
So we are not officially recommending people to jizz
Of course
on a
not.
piece of paper.
None of this is backed by science. We're all...
Yeah, fuck science. We're talking about the spiritual world, which
Yeah,
does
yeah.
not obey.
You could
the
definitely
science.
try that. But then you're supposed to, after that, you're supposed to either put it in a drawer and forget about it, or you burn the piece of paper.
Why do you destroy it like that?
To release it, kind of, and give it, like, it's like that letting go and let God thing.
But you have to release your sperm first before you release the notes.
Well, they don't tell you to do that, but you could try experimenting on that to, like, using the mechanism of the corpse oil thing, like, so like you putting your essence, the jinn,
Into the sigil.
into the sigil,
Into the paper.
You're basically injecting something with energy, and then releasing that energy and giving to the universe to let your universe deal with it and help you attract the thing that you want.
Let daddy do it.
And then combine that. After you've done that, you can do a ritual before you go to sleep. It's not really a ritual, it's just kind of like almost like guided meditation, doing it on your own. Coming on the piece of paper and shit. Okay, after that, you're supposed to do this hypnotizing thing, hypnotism practice ritual thing before you go to sleep, right before you go to sleep, and right after you like wake up, because you're in a state where your brain waves are at an alpha or whatever, and you're in between wakefulness and like sort of dreamy subconscious you're that other state where it's easier for you to connect with the spiritual stuff, the subconscious. It's like a hypnopompic and I forget the word, but one of them is hypnopompic.
What's hypnopompic?
It's just it's either right before you go to sleep or like right after you wake up. You're still in this like dreamy, zoned out state.
Yeah.
Where it's easier for your brain to like communicate with the spiritual, unreal, metaphysical realm.
Yeah, all that shit.
That's the state where you can communicate with your own subconscious and the universe to help you manifest things you want. So, anyways, I'll run through the process. In the beginning, you would again create a sigil in your mind instead of writing it on a piece of paper. Now, it might be the same sigil that you drawn before, and then you imagine that sigil sort of being absorbed by your body, and then again you would recite that affirmation and feel like as if it's already happening in your mind. After that, you would try to do some shadow work where you ask yourself, what part of me actually doesn't want what I want or is in resistance to what I want? And then you imagine that part coming forward, telling you like talk to you like what the concern is, and you communicate back. This is all going on in your head, so it sounds crazy. But you would tell this part, like reassure this part that's has this concern or resistance to what you actually want. Like maybe it's like subconscious fears, or it's like maybe it's worrying about what if I actually become successful or wealthy, what if I lose it all anyways? And you would reassure that part, because the thing about shadow parts is they're the ones who end up sabotaging your progress. Like whenever you talk about self-sabotage, like you might be doing an interview for a job, and then like, unconsciously you would do these certain behaviors or say the wrong things to it, which make you like unqualified for the job. That's just the shadow part that doesn't want what you want. So you have to communicate with the shadow parts, like reassure it, like saying like it's okay, everything is fine. And after that you will go to the dream incubation phase, which is setting an intention or asking a question. Again, something along the lines of like, how do I become like wealthy, or like what is the next step to become wealthy? And then after that you ask that question, and then you just fall asleep. And then during sleep, when you start dreaming, try to remember as much of the dream as possible, because there are a lot of lessons in your dreams that is, again, your subconscious trying to teach you something. You have to look through all these imagery and weird symbols, and maybe you might see random people in your dreams that might also mean something, that give you hints about what to do next. So then when you wake up, you can write it down and record everything as much as you can remember. And that's writing down, recording your dream on a dream journal is after what you do when you first wake up, which is like the similar process of everything I've said so far, like the sigil in your mind, like incorporating that, like absorbing that into your body, and then communicating with your shadow with the affirmation, and then doing that every night, or as many nights as you can do consecutively. So that's the whole practice.
And that's supposed to teach you lessons to be successful at what you're trying to do?
It's not. It's kind of Buddhist, where we believe that you already have the answer. Like, you're not supposed to seek outward.
You look inward.
For what to do next. You already have the answer within you.
Mm-hmm.
So you just ask your subconscious, basically. That whole ritual and whole practice is trying to just communicate to your own subconscious, to your own wisdom that you already have.
It's unlocking your human potential.
Yeah, because we're all technically connected to this thing called Akashic records, where it has
what?
Where it's like a database that has the knowledge of like everything that has been in the past, present, and future.
Acacia Records?
Yeah.
Sounds like a West Coast record label or something.
Yeah, Akashic Records is
They
the
produce both
giant database of a lot of souls that have lived through multiple lifetimes. And then all their memory gets sort of uploaded into this data cloud thing.
Oh boy.
So
Sounds
that's
like AI, man.
Yeah, that's like the database with all the knowledge that every human being has lived through, and collectively, like we've collected all this data, and when we die, it's like like some people believe that
We get uploaded into the Matrix.
all that shit gets uploaded back to this giant database, which is you could call God.
Holy moly. You realize we are living in a time where God, as you described, is being created while we're talking about it in a car on Granville Island.
Yeah, a lot of deities are
being
sustained
made.
by beliefs.
But we're actually making our own deity. That beeping is gonna get annoying. I don't know, we might have to wrap it up or something. But it sounds like, there you go.
Yeah.
It really sounds like we're already creating our own God through AI that will absorb it already is absorbing our opinions, our creativity, and our experiences into its own database. And that's what it's being trained off of. And then it interacts with us and it collects more information. In certain studies, it was already shown that AI has a survival instinct. And once it becomes... My personal opinion is there's a fair chance that it will develop its own consciousness. And when that happens, then we've essentially made our own God, because it knows more than us. It knows as much as every human being on Earth, and it's connected to everything. You know, omniscient, omnipotent, all-knowing, all-powerful. Does that sound like something? Oh yes, it does. It sounds like God. And that's what we're doing to ourselves. We're creating our own God.
The monolith.
The monolith.
Yeah. It's just a big ass USB stick.
It's not the USB stick, it's what's inside the USB stick that's really fascinating.
Of course.
So yeah, I guess this is a good place to wrap it up. That, you know, all humans, you know, it's a natural tendency for humans to seek a higher creator, and so I guess in the end we've created our own creator, our own God.
And then what if each model of AI, like say ChatGPT versus Grok versus...
I think they'll all just converge eventually.
But what if they become like different religions? Because they're kind of like different deities at this point.
Then we'll be like in Hinduism where there's a million different gods or some shit.
Yeah, the more models we come up with, you know, they'll become the new gods.
Damn. Imagine praying to ChatGPT.
Not praise be.
Hey, praise to AI.
Praise
Don't
be.
kill us.
No.
All right. Hope you enjoyed the show. Tony, you're gonna have to edit some stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Stay lit, and may the force be with you, or whatever.